nervous. It's egg retrieval day, so we're just at the hospital. It's 6 AM, so still kind of dark actually.
Yeah.
We're probably, I think we're the first surgery of the day, so.
The funny thing is we're late already. but you know, doctors.
It's also this thing of when you're going in for the 6th surgery, you're not as worried about being perfect. But there are some things I wanted to mention what I pack, because it's actually quite, I don't know, you don't need to bring much, but there's a couple of things that make my day easier, which is one, I always bring a hair tie. That's important. And then I bring a backpack, because you have to have something to put your clothes into. That's not your handbag, because you have to put your shoes and everything in there. So I always bring it, otherwise they give you like a brown paper bag, and then, I don't know, it's just easier to have your own bag. I always pack water, because...
I bought her that water bottle, by the way.
Yeah, you bought it. But I always bring it because they never give you enough. And I don't know, hospitals are not very good on nutrition, and I just kind of think...
the food afterwards is, oh my God, it's no wonder you get backed up after the GA.
Yeah. By those words, he means constipated after a general anaesthetic. So, and that's the other reason why I always bring a green smoothie to have as my first thing after the surgery, because it just helps everything start moving.
And what's that got in it?
It's got spinach, apple, banana, mint from our garden, and like cucumber and stuff.
Did you put aloe vera? Like that?
I don't put aloe vera in it, but like sometimes I put aloe vera in it because it's a natural laxative. But I bring a pair of comfortable clothes that I can get on easily afterwards, because you don't much feel like...
I'll help with that.
Oh yeah. So that's everything I bring, I think. I also obviously have my healthcare card, credit card, because they're definitely going to ask us.
Health insurance.
They're definitely going to ask us for money.
Yeah.
And I also bring John.
Well, my main one is I just got to bring her, so.
Yeah. There is very few things in this life where all you actually need to bring is your body. But surgery is one of them.
Yeah.
Because your body is all you need. And some eggs. Yeah. John thinks we're going to get 5 eggs. I think we're going to get 3.
And yeah, there's another John Summers, and he's gone in the middle, and he's actually said 4. So.
Hi, John.
Hey, John.
So, I know it sounds like a small number, but 5 would actually be good for us. The most mature eggs we've ever gotten is 4.
Yeah. 4 from 5. Yeah.
We have gotten 6 out of me before, but there was only 3 mature, so...
Yeah.
Looking at the scans, there's not a lot of follicles there, so, well, there's quite a few really, really tiny ones, so I don't know.
We've never known.
Yeah, sometimes when I go in and my scans don't look like I've got lots of follicles, I actually end up with quite a few. It looks like I might have 2 septated follicles, and then 1 good follicle, and then a couple of small ones, so we could get 1. We could get 0. So
could get 50.
You know what they say, if you like gambling, do IVF, because who knows? What do you think?
Well, you've already told them what I think.
Yeah. No, I mean, what do you think about like life in general? Because I talk when I'm nervous. That's how I'm nervous. Yeah. It's been like 2 months since my last. It sounds
so
like
guys, it's up to us to make her feel comfortable today. That's all. That's all. That's your job.
Yeah.
Be there when they call, when she wakes up.
Yeah.
Compliment her on the cool booties and the backless number that they give them, and the paper undies and the...
Oh gosh. It's a weird kind of recurring nightmare to do this over and over again. But anyway, we've got to go in because we're late.
We got to run. See ya.
Bye.
I don't know for how long I'll get to hold your hand, to be your guiding light in the darkest of nights. I will try to do my best until the day that I'll die. I won't lie, It's not going to be easy, but I'll try. Don't you worry, I'm not going anywhere. I will stay here, I will stay here. And as long as my heart beats like a drum, then I won't back down. No, I won't back down.
So we just came up to the front desk and the nurse calls out, "Hey, welcome back," which is kind of awkward. We're regulars, we're frequent flyers.
It does make it welcome here.
Yeah.
Friendly.
It's because John's friendly to them anyway.
I know one of the ambulances were going to their hospital with patients.
Yeah, but you know you've done a lot of IVF when the nurses recognise you. So,
So if I'm explaining our journey with infertility, for us it's just different because I'm part of the issue, which is the fact my sperm is not actually getting out. We have found one in a procedure, but that's something we can talk about later. So the reason why Laura's had to do 7 egg retrievals and no actual transfers, or we haven't had a chance to put any eggs and sperm together, is because if we can bank enough eggs, then when I have my procedure and they find, God willing, they find heaps of what they need or plenty, we want to make sure that we've got enough eggs at that end to make sure we can actually use all the eggs that we've got. It'd be a shame if, let's say, they find 50 sperm or whatever and we've only got 15 eggs. And we can't really freeze the sperm because a lot of them die, and bringing them back, majority of the time they're degraded as well. So for us, we basically got one shot. They'll go in. It's a blind procedure for us, so we don't know as yet how much or what's in there. So that makes things a bit tough because there's no goalposts. And basically, Laura she's taking these meds for this time. It was 17 days. So she's actually short this time. So it's actually a shorter cycle compared to the other ones. The other ones were like 21, 22 days. So it's been a little bizarre, and we sort of put it down to the fact that she has been a little more relaxed this cycle. The majority of the time she's been a lot more relaxed about it. Even today, you could feel that she was, I wouldn't say stressed, but she's got a bit of anxious, she's a bit of excitement. I think there's a few things going there, but the stress was not really part of the equation. She's first off the rank today. It all happened pretty quick. So that's why we're having to do what we do. The majority of people doing IVF, you get some eggs, they'll find the sperm, the guy will get the sperm, and they put them together, and then basically they'll normally put them back in. Though we haven't got to that yet. So once we have my procedure, then on that day they'll potentially unfreeze as many eggs as they can, and then they'll put them together, and then we'll be looking to, I guess what they call, I think it's right, they call it a fresh transfer. So they won't be freezing any of my sperm. They'll put them together, and hopefully all that goes well, and then we'll throw a couple in the oven straight away, and hopefully the good old Cooney genes for pregnancy can can do the job. That's why we're having to do this type of journey in the banking, and I think by the time I have my procedure, it's going to be, Laura's probably going to undergo this maybe another 3 times. So we are on the back straight, the home straight, for her with regards to surgeries, but that basically just takes us to the next level. So once we can get some eggs and get some sperm and put them together, and then potentially they fertilise, and then we can actually put them back in, that takes us to the next step, and that's just a whole nother video.
So with Laura this morning, we basically just got her ready, jumped in the car, we came to the hospital, and for me it was just about making her feel comfortable, get her through to the surgery, and then for me I was able to I just popped down to the cafe and just wait for the call. I'm actually not that far away. I make sure I'm within sort of earshot of the hospital. Sometimes, like, because the actual cafe, oh, I'm going that one. The actual cafe is only a couple of 100 metres, so the good thing is to be there when she's just browsing. I guess makes her feel safe and comfortable and loved. I made it important enough to make her a priority and actually put whatever I was doing on hold for her. And yeah, as soon as I get the call, I'll pretty much be up there within 5 minutes or so, and I don't know. It's actually nice to be there when she's so vulnerable. Just sit there, hold her hand, help her wake up, open a green smoothie for her. And the amazing sandwiches and the apple juice that they give her and all that sort of thing. But the most important thing is just, again, we're back to the day, and it's a priority for her to feel comfortable.
Don't you worry, I'm not going anywhere. I will stay here, I will stay here. And as long as my heart beats like a drum, then I won't back down.